Well, what's our present day blend look like? I mean, I think what
Now we
is
got grandkids
I
and shit.
know, but a significant I think time for me is bringing Yasmin into the fold of our lives. Like that was really I think that's like the ultimate blend, right? When a child comes to live in the home that we share.
Yeah,
And
that was very interesting.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so my then 17-year-old daughter came to stay with us after she graduated high school. Was it a year after or was it the same year?
No, same year. She graduated early from high school, so she was 17. Like turned 17 in January, and she was here in June, right? And she came. I need you to go. It's not for you right now. You can have it tomorrow. So she came after graduation. It was initially to visit, and it turned into 2.5 years, right? Just about. And I think it was necessary.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
definitely needed.
Yeah, for many things, many reasons.
Many reasons. Oh my goodness. Woo! Boy, oh boy.
So is it too personal to share, like, how that came to be and,
How personal, man, we are talking about our family on Facebook.
I'm just making sure, because
show.
I just...
So, too personal.
I know.
Oops, too late.
No, but I mean, I think that it is a story worth sharing, and I think that there are probably way more men, fathers.
Babe, are you just gonna talk about it, or you gonna?
No, okay.
You got
That's just who I am.
You gotta prep that joint
Leave me
out.
alone.
So I just think that it's the.
No, okay. So
I think that. Wait a minute. Let me just tell the people.
I can't stand you. So, okay, 17 years old, Yasmin comes to visit and never left, and it was the first time that I met.
You make it sound.
And she never went away.
Oh my God! Like you really, you wanted her to go. She came to visit, but she stayed. She never.
She's like, I'm just gonna hang out here.
Oh man, that is.
Shut up.
That's messed up, man.
I didn't go that way, and she knows that too. So whatever.
Who knows that too?
Yes,
they don't know.
I know, but
they don't have. They don't have a clue. Like
I'm the one I wanted her to say.
Right. We wanted her. We'll make it seem that way. Like
shut up.
All right. So she came. It was a visit that turned into a stay.
Yeah.
A needed stay. And go from there.
Yeah. Okay. It was necessary. It was the first time that I had met Yasmin in person, and it was the first time in I don't know how many years.
Yeah, it was like 7 years.
7, at least.
7 years, because 8 years. 8 years. I hadn't seen. She hadn't been in my presence. Her mother had her moving around. Didn't really have much contact with her and her sister for 8 years. Tried, went through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and it was actually I think a year or so prior that I had reached out to her on Facebook.
You found them?
Yeah, I found them. I did. I felt compelled to like search and look, and I found them and reached out to them. And it evolved into us talking to Yasmin and her older sister Taya on the phone. And then Idris went to her graduation.
No, well,
let's right?
back up because it was a lot of stuff in between. Like after like 7 years, or at the time when you were able to contact them, the reason why is because of their mother. Their mother was moving them around, and then when you did contact them or found them and had the conversation, it still took a year for them to talk to me. And their mother played a big role. What we found out later, just how much of a role their mother had in our separation and not being able to see them. She kept them from me and told them all these lies and horrible stories about me, which all came out. And then when, of course, as they found out and when she came, there was a lot of animosity, a lot of stuff came out.
Yeah, but it was not. It was so needed.
It was
you know,
needed.
these young girls were becoming women at this stage in their lives, and they had this idea of their father that they did not, you know, come up with. Right? It was put into their minds that he was this way or that way, and you know the reason they're running all over the place. You know, it was
like
made
I didn't want to have nothing to do with that.
Right, and that's the furthest from the truth. And then what I thought was, so what I find, what I think is great about it is that you had actual proof. You know, like it wasn't just a he said, she said.
Right,
you know, but it was like, you know, court documented proof. You know, of his love for his children and his desire to be in their lives, and it's unfortunate that things happened the way that it did, but I also know that, you know, that's going to be a part of their story.
Y'all want to know that story.
Right.
If y'all want to know, like, the, you know, more about that story, you know, like, subscribe, comment below, say whatever, and I'll shoot a video, you know, we'll shoot a video, or I'll shoot a video.
Yeah.
You know, and go into, you know what I'm saying, some details, because being a father out here, there's
a stigma. Yes.
So yeah, it's a stigma, you know what I'm saying, about being a black father and a young father. You know, that for real, you know, people, I feel very strong that people needs to be corrected, because everyone who knows me know that the only way to hurt me is through my kids. Their mother watched me go through the same thing that she put me through with my older daughter, who is 30 years old. Yeah, I said it. She's 30 years old. Damn, man, wait a minute. Am I saying too much? Well, she's 30 years old, and she's kind of like my daughter, because I'm not that old.
Shut up. 30-year-old daughter. His 30-year-old daughter.
So anyway, I mean, you know, and it's one of those things that for real, man. I mean, you know, there are some women out here who, you know, I'm not women bashing. I love women. I love my wife, though.
Right. Fix that. Correct that. Me. He loves me.
Right. So, but, you know, at the same time, man, is, you know,
right.
If, you know, things don't work out and people take it out and the kids are the ones, and it's really a messed up story, though. It's really a messed up story. And I hate, and I would love to tell it so some other brothers out here can know what not to do, or what to do.
Right.
Actually, what to do to protect yourself when you have, you know, after a while that you're in a toxic thing and you have kids with some of these women, know what to do to protect yourself, so that when things, if you're toxic, when things go bad, you know exactly what to do, because even though I did all the right moves, you know, I had a heart, and I allowed her. I had custody of him, and she went away and all that. But I'm not gonna go on. Like, subscribe. We're going to that. You know what I'm saying?
Please
the
do.
Brothers.
Let
you know
us
what I'm saying? Brothers, whatever. But like, you know, it really hurt me. But you know, I'm so thankful to have a wife who heard the story and saw my pain, and she did what she did to bring my daughters back around, and it's been great. So
sweet. That's the first time I heard you like say it out loud like that, babe.
Say what out loud.
That, you know, I mean, like, I just.
You already crying, nigga.
Okay.
Go ahead, cry.
No, I just, you know, I'm glad that you know what I'm saying, how much I love you, and know, you know, what I did and why I did it. And I'm really glad that I did, though, because I couldn't imagine not having Yasmin in our lives at this point. Like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad that we were able to see her growth in such a short time. But she's grown from this girl into this young woman who is now, you know, she's in the middle of this, you know, military career that she's enjoying, and she's coming into her own, and it's been beautiful to watch, because, you know, as stepmom, as, you know what I'm saying, as this woman who she barely knew, I felt so disconnected for a while, because I didn't have a part in her upbringing, you know. It's not like, and at 17, it's not like I raised her, you know. And so finding my footing as a step parent in her life, was, it was just so different than in the other children's lives, because you know the boys that come to see us, I mean, they were little when we got married, and you know, and so we've, you know, kind of both been a part of that, but this was so different, and I feel very blessed to have witnessed, you know, what I have with Yasmin in these last couple of years.
The way she had been through a lot before she came, and being able to get the insight on her experiences, you know, before she came, you know, back, we reunited and everything, and her being with us, and just, it's just really sad. It's really sad. She was definitely scarred. There's a lot of things that we had to, a lot of trust building.
A lot,
and it was a lot. She was very timid. You know, a lot of anxiety. You know, a lot of things that, I mean, we couldn't even be in the mall without my daughter wanting. You know, like you know, like she can really cry, and I mean, it was crazy.
It was a lot. It was a lot. But I mean, like it was definitely.
Now she'll punch you in the face.
She will. I mean, shoot, she even know how to shoot a gun. So you know, all right, fuck with it if you want to.
Right.
But she's I think that it was sad, but it's so beautiful to know that we've been able to help her get to where she is, and that she's really embraced who she is. Like, you know, the I love that, you know, the quirkiness about her, that she was so insecure about, she's embraced, and she's comfortable, you know, in her skin today. And I know that she's still feeling other things out, and even when she you know, speaks to me now that she's in her schooling for the Navy, I could sense that she gets a little nervous sharing certain things. But then she realizes, like, I'm not here to judge her. I'm here to support her and cheer for her. And so, you know, now we're in this new stage, you know, with her being away, being with a single mom and your sister, and moving from place to place to place. And I think the lack of stability, and the, like, not having a sense of home and family, you know what I'm saying, because of that, you know what I'm saying, that way of life, you know, she was able to have that with us, and eventually trust it in us, with us, you know, like that, you know, we are, you know, we have stability, we want stability, you know, we love each other, we want our children to feel secure with us. So, you know, over time she was able to, you know, believe in that. And I know that when she's taking her vacations and going home, you know, I think she's going to be coming here. You know, like I know that we're home for her now.
This is home. This is home for her. You know, her. It's not even the thing. This is what she say when she. You know what I'm saying? This is home now. You will come home.
So
just a full visit.
I know.
Just for
don't y'all get so comfortable.
So it's having, you know, for having those two, and we can't wait for the other ones to get big and go on their way. So now we have another set that's getting close, because EJ is, you know, he's 17, he'll be 18.
He has like one foot out the door. He's getting ready to do big things. So
we got to get baby girl, and we also have to get my 25-year-old son out of the basement.